we have to today understand that why do we do Devi Puja? What is the reason for this Devi Puja? What do we get out of it? What are we supposed to achieve in our contents within ourselves? The first thing is that Kundalini is the Devi. She is the reflection of the Adi Shakti. So when you worship Devi, first you worship also your own Kundalini by giving her credit because she has given you this realization. It's much deeper understanding than normally people have about the Devi Puja, because they are not realized souls. Their Kundalini knot is awakened. So normally when they do Devi Puja, it's for the purpose of getting realization, so that the Devi should be pleased, prasanna, and should give them realization, or must give them a chance to get to somebody who will give them realization. But you are at a different level now. So it's more of a thanksgiving to your own Kundalini and to Adi Shakti, glorifying that whatever has happened so miraculously is because of the Kundalini which was within you, which was reflected by the Adi Shakti. But one has to know that only we are realized souls is not the point. Only that we can feel the vibrations is not the point. That we can give realizations to others is also not the point. Then what is it? Very important is the content within us. What do we have within us is the point. These are all the expressions of what we have within. Supposing somebody is generous, then know that he is a rich man. Otherwise he cannot be. So the content within us, we have to see. And when we start seeing the content, where do we find in the nature there is real content? We say the sea. Sea is there, sea full of water. So much of water it sucks in from everywhere, and then it allows itself to be boiled by the sun and gives rain. But sea is the lowest level, stands at the lowest level and sucks in all the water from everywhere. In the same way, a Sahajogi must know that to be really achieving more content, we have to be not at a higher level outside. It said in the Bible you have to be meek, but I think it was not explained to people. Only the strong people can be meek. Secure people can be meek. Only the rich in essence can be meek. Not the people who are insecure, because they are insecure, how can they be meek? And not the people who we think are rich, so-called, Because if they are rich, they are not generous, they are not satisfied, they are not philanthropic. So they are not rich, they are still greedy beggars. So the content within us is to be seen. What is our content? You love me, I love you. It's very good. But when you love me, you have to know that there are certain qualities which are very lovable in a Sahajogi. Actually, people get lost even after Sahajoga. They think they can get over everything, are perfectly all right, and they are thrown overboard. So when we say that we have to be meek, this is a content. The humility is a content. Try to that. Try to be humble with someone. You like yourself. You'll enjoy that quality within us, that, see, I'm humbler than another person. And what is another thing we find as content are the great mountains, because they have heights. And they are the only ones who can capture the clouds. So such a rapport there is between the humility of the ocean and the heights of the mountain. That's how a Sahajogi should be. He is too high because so much of content is there in that ocean. Then it has become beautiful, like clouds, and touched his height, his Kailasha, where resides the Shiva. So it's so joy-giving. Of course, as you have painted me there, it's true, that was my situation once upon a time. Today also it is my situation, no doubt, in a very subtle manner, because there's so much of negativity. And I have to work it out on all kinds of levels. There is no excuse for some human being to be a devil, no excuse. And for a Sahajogi, there's no excuse at all. But still, once I have called you my son, my child, there's a little blessing, goes, I would say, a long rope. But that long rope, one should not care for. You have to care for your own quality, for your own inner capacity to suck in. Now look at the ocean as it is. All that is around falls into the ocean, everything. And then the sun, we can say that's the spirit, evaporates. Only possible in the ocean. It doesn't evaporate the river so much as it can, because such a wide thing, such a deep thing, inexhaustible. And then absolutely pure material comes out of that. And that can go and touch the heart. Because as a Sahajogi's hearts are at a very high level, where there is Shiva residing. Nobody can reach there except for the purity. And unless and until you have that largeness, that depth, that humility and the maryadas. You know that sea never leaves its own maryadas. And if you press it from one end, it will express on one other side. It never leaves. If Pacific Ocean was even 100 feet deeper, there would have been a problem. So even in depth, in its height, in its spreading, it has its own maryadas. But in that maryada, he has the feeling that he is one with the nature, one with Mother. He is not disturbing the Mother Earth, nicely placed in the body of Mother Earth. Nature is bound by the divine. The divine looks after the nature, so everything works out beautifully, and you have freedom. And after Sahaja Yoga, you have greater freedom. Absolute freedom, because you can not be bound by anything nonsensical, anything sinful, anything base. You are above that like a mountain. And so wherever there is a combination of a mountain and an ocean, the ships can come. Deep people can only come to such shores where there is depth. That's how you achieve your depth, between your heart and your Bhavasagara. That beautiful area where people can come to you and just they know this is something great. So the work of the goddess is very different today, as you can see it clearly. Of course, symbolically it is the same. But it has become very subtle, very subtle. The first work is to destroy the negativity, which is going on, as you know. The more light comes in, the ignorance will disappear, this light will spread, all the darkness will go. But you are the lights. You have to put the lights on, and you have to look after the light, and you have to make that light eternal. This is one work which you are doing. It's a beautiful work of the goddess. You are doing is to spread light, enlighten people. Now another quality that you have, to believe that the goddess is working through you. In you she resides. You have got the powers. It's penetrated into you. Is that you can comfort people. You can cure them. You can give them peace. You can give them bliss. But then what goddess has done in you is that she has given you the bliss. You have become bliss. Like they say a cool air conditioner, you get the cool from there. In the same way, if you are emitting bliss, you give bliss to others. But there is no bliss within yourself. Then what bliss you can give to others? So a Sahaja has to be a blissful like the goddess. You see, she has very extreme characters, as you must have known that. She's extremely cruel. She can be very cruel. And she can be extremely gentle. Like two ragas of yesterday. She could be extremely harsh. Extremely harsh. Beyond all human expectations. And she could be extremely mild. So this harsh part You need not have. It will just work. This part is only kept for the divine. You just take to the other side. Let this harsh part be looked after by the divine. After all, divine also must do some work. If you do all the work, then what will divine do? So the divine will look after that part. So you have to enjoy yourself as the goddess enjoys herself. Enjoys her place, enjoys her peace, enjoys her everything. Her creation, her children, their love, everything she enjoys. In the same way you have to enjoy. You have to know about everything. You have to be absolutely knowledgeable. And nothing more is needed but just to say that, "Oh Divine, please protect us at the most." Even if you don't say it's all right, you are looked after. The divine is working around the stage. You see, you don't see it. It's all there invisible. And you are on the stage. So they are looking out what to focus light, where to put, what light to put, what is to be done, what is to be changed around, everything they are arranging. You are nicely here. So you need not do all that work. You do your work of acting and saying dialogues. That's your work. Let them do their jobs. They are doing very well. They are excellently placed and they are experts. So to leave certain things into the hands of the divine is what we call a surrender. And that much of it if done, then most of your things will work out so miraculously. You'll be amazed, how, Mother, how it has worked out. We never expected. How things we got it done. There's a very, very big force working. The force, the energy, which is the source of all the energies, which has created this great universe, which has created this Mother Earth, created this sun, which has created you very delicately. This force is working. And that force is looking after you, so proud of you that you have come on the stage now. So as it is, we are today praying to the Goddess that help us to fight our negativity within us. Give us your tiger so that we fight. Give us your lion so we fight. Let us fight all these horrible animals that are within us, these horrible haunting things that are within us, these horrible conditionings we have to get rid of it. Still, if you watch yourself, lots of conditionings are there, lots. You see, if you see, there are covered with very thin curtains and you don't see it, but they are there. Let the tiger enter into all these dens and find out. And you enjoy that, riding over the horse, riding over the lion and riding over the tiger. Like a goddess, why not? After all, children get all the heritage of the mother, don't they? So you have all the heritage available to you. But you have to be worthy in the sense that you have to know that you are worthy. That's all. You have to just know that you are worthy and that you can do it. So again, today we are here to do this puja, which would have been in Perth, but somehow or other it was not so. And it's luck for you to have this puja. And it is something of a very deeper nature, very subtler nature. Like your blood it is, because on these 7 days they say the goddess has to wear the red all the time. because it's blood. And the first color you see in the womb of your mother is red. It's the security. One side is the red rag. Another side, it is the security. So for you, it is the security. Around you, every place you go, it is there. Just feel it. You have entered, I must say, into the kingdom of God, no doubt about it. You all have entered. So beautifully you are settled down. May God bless you.